Hey now, Petey Grizz here. Gonna take care of something I promised somebody I would do a long time ago, and then I kind of forgot all about it, and then somebody reminded me about it today. So what I'm gonna do is a scale swap video. Changing the scales out is super easy, and the way I like to start is I warm the knife up. I use a heating pad, and I wrap it in the heating pad set on high for about 10 minutes. Alternately, other people, you can use a heat gun, or you can use like hot water from your tap, not boiling water. Basically, you want the knife to be like warm to hold, like almost uncomfortably hot to hold, but not so hot that it'll burn you. Because what you want is, if the plastic's cold, it tends to just snap right around the circles where it clicks onto the bushings, and that's no good. This one I've already warmed up. I just pulled it right out of a heating pad, and what I'm going to do is go on the end where you got the tweezers at, or the toothpick at, and I'm going to get a knife blade in there and pop it up like that. There we go. And then once you get past that one, slide down to the middle, pop it up, and pop it right off like that. And the reason you heat it up is if you're not going to reuse the scale, like if you're taking off a busted old scale, there's no point in heating it up. Just pop the thing off. You know, what it does is if you know, they tend to crack right here where they grab the bushings. And that's what heating it up helps stop that from happening. But anyway, so I've got that off of there. Apparently I forgot to grab the scale I want to use, which is right over here. So we take that scale, we put it on there, boom. Make sure you line it up the way you want. And I just set it on there like that. And now what I'm going to do is, because I'm a knucklehead and didn't plan this out ahead of time, I'm going to sit here and vamp and talk while I come over here and get my old stropping belt and a pair of channel locks. And what I'm going to do, which I'm going to try and do on camera, but I don't know how well it's going to work out because I am in a wheelchair and everything's in a super pain in the ass position for doing work. But what I'm going to do is put the leather on like this, and then get the channel locks like this, and crimp that bad boy down. Of course, I didn't have it lined up very good, so that didn't work, but there we go. Now we've got her lined up. So now we can do the end here. You can do this with a vise. A vise will work just fine. But really, this would be much easier if I wasn't trying to do it in front of the camera, or even if I had somebody else holding the camera. So real quick, I'm just going to finish it off right here and talk to you while I'm doing that. Boom, we've got that guy smashed on there nice and tight now. And I use the leather just to protect it, you know, just to keep the scales from getting scratched up by the pliers or the vise, whatever means you are choosing to use. And there we go. Nice and tight. You'll notice this bad boy has a blue and yellow shield. And that happens to be the colors of the Ukrainian flag. And I think, you know, it goes without saying, they're going through a hard time over there right now. Whatever you think of it, those people over there are suffering for no good reason. And me being a person of little means, the best thing I could think to do is to auction off a set of blue and yellow Swiss Army knives and have all the proceeds go to a Ukrainian children's charity. So, while I'm doing this, I'm also going to make this a classic for the set too. I've already got a blue scale here, so I'm going to pop off this black scale, and it'll be very cool. Both knives will match, and they will both have dual scales. Actually, this isn't a classic. This is a Cavalier. That's even better. So, that's going to be a cool one. That is going to be a fucking cool one, man. Whoop, pardon my French. Normally, I curse a lot. It's very hard for me not to curse in these videos. I do think cursing can be rather unnecessary and distasteful, but I also enjoy it a lot. So, it's like a constant fight to just keep from cursing. I think when you also try not to curse, it forces you to be a little more creative. It's easy to have go-to words like F this and S and all those words and GD it or whatever. And I think it's better to just, you know, something or other. I don't know what I was saying with that. I think when you don't use curse words, it forces you to come up with more creative phrases. So look what we've got now is a beautifully matched set of a Tourist and a Cavalier, which is a discontinued model, and they both have dual shields. So that's pretty friggin' cool. So what I'm thinking for this auction dealie is, here's what we're going to do. Nobody is sending me any money. This is not going to be a deal where you send me money and then I send it to an auction. Not going to work like that. What we're going to do is, my email is in the comments, swizzarmygrizz@gmail.com. And what you can do is go ahead and email me a screenshot, whatever, you know, make sure you blur out any personal information you don't want to share. But basically just show me the receipt that you donated to a Ukrainian charity, a real, you know, try to pick out a good one. Some of these charities are just scams, you know, so do a little research. Don't just donate it to the first place you hear of. You know, a lot of them, like the Salvation Armies, there's just so many that spend more on promoting their charity than actually goes to charity. So it's something to watch out for. So anyway, so email me the receipt of your donation to the charity of your choice, and on Saturday, what's Saturday? The 30th? This coming up Saturday, or April 30th, whichever comes later, I will be at 5 p.m. I will look at the emails, and we'll decide whoever made the largest contribution. I will get your address and send you the knives. And it's going to work as simple as that. And I don't care if I would rather have 20 people donate $5 a piece than one person donate $100. I think, you know, so don't be afraid, you know, don't be, if, you know, it's not like these are the greatest knives in the world. It's just a token. I want to do something. I don't have much money myself. So I figure I can get a larger donation by doing this than just by sending them the $20 of knives and scales this cost me. And then you can have something cool to remind you of the cool and generous donation you made to help people who are really suffering right now. Anyway, my prayers as always go out to everyone, and especially those in Ukraine, and I wish for peace every day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Petey Grizz.